Hi everyone, and welcome to another little update video where I just sort of ramble about stuff and show you some hopefully interesting things. Recently I've been working on the roguelike system, or the random generation system for our adventure mode, which is basically like going to be randomly generated levels. So I've been sort of working away on sort of how that's going to work, the random generation system. And so I can just sort of show you what it does now. I've just got like these tiles at the moment which represent rooms. So this here is like the start room, then it branches out into all sorts of corridors. It's basically like a big maze with like these big rooms which are these green ones, medium ones which are yellow, and it's all sort of capped off where it can be capped off with these small red rooms. And it just sort of makes like a nice, reasonably sized map. I can easily change the amount of rooms there's going to be, and just defines how big the map is really. So yeah, each time I press play, it'll generate an entirely new level. So every time you play it won't be the same. As you can see, it's just a bunch of tiles, but once we sort of done the visual side of it, it should look like something like this, where it's got all the assets in, all the lighting, plus a load of enemies to shoot. It's just like a top-down version of that. Also we want to hide all sorts of weapons and upgrades and health, ammo, scatter that through the level, but have it scarce enough that you've got to really hunt for it. It won't be easy, but that's just the nature of a roguelike, really. Those are the mechanics that we want to go for. Tough, but each time you play, you'll have the experience, and plus upgrades from your last playthrough, weapons and whatnot, to sort of help you progress further each time you play. Similar to there's a game called Rogue Legacy, where you keep your gear, or I can't even remember. It's like your upgrades and stuff. So every time you play, you can get that bit further. So that's sort of the gameplay we're going for. So I can just sort of tell you about how it sort of like branches out really. So as you can see, we'll zoom in. It's got like these arrows here, and say like this is a corridor piece here, and it sort of looks at what's at A, B, C and D, and it'll say, is there anything there? What can I put there? Say, if that was like blocked off, there's like a room over here, it'll know that C is blocked off, so maybe I want to do like a corner piece to A, or maybe go straight up to B. So I can just sort of show you the blueprint. So yeah, well, first off it says, this bit is, do I want to branch off into a room or a corridor? There's an 80% chance that it will go to a corridor, 20% chance that it'll go to a room. If it does go to a corridor, then it'll check, do the ABCD thing, check what's there, and then this whole section here is basically the decision where, what corridor do I want to put there? What can I put there? What have I got space for? But if it wants to be a room, then it'll say what kind of rooms. Like this bit here is like just says like 40% chance it's going to be a big room. So if it wants to be a big room, I've got 3 different types of big rooms, and it'll run through each type saying what I've got space for. And if there's no space for a big room, then it'll try a medium room. So it goes through all types of medium rooms, and even if there's no room for a medium room, then it'll save that point for later on, for when we sort of cap everything off. Once we've done like got 2 rooms here, you can't really see it there. Over here I've got the total amount of rooms set to 30, so it'll say once it's done 30 big or medium rooms, then we're going to cap everything off with these small rooms, which are the red rooms. So it basically runs through everything, you know, all the bits that need capping off, and puts a small room there. It's yeah, that's pretty much it really. It's similar to I think it's called like a drunken walk algorithm, where in particular with the corridors it sort of goes off in random directions, you know, with no real, you know, advanced stuff there. It's hard to explain, but it sort of works out nicely because each room, you know, it branches out, particularly the big rooms, you know, they have 2 or 3 different exits, so it branches out quite nicely. And yeah, I'm still working on it, but so far so good, I think. Okay, so in terms of like the gameplay side of things, at first we were going to say, you know, you start off in this start room here, and there'll be an exit somewhere, say, you know, something over here, so, you know, it's got to be something really far away, which progresses you to the next level. You can't just have, you know, just get from A to B, shoot anything that's in the way, you know, that's a bit boring. So what we're going to do is have like extra objectives in each level, which, you know, give you some extra stuff you wouldn't be able to get otherwise, you know, like a special weapon or something. So we're going to have a go at doing something like, you know, say you got to this room here, and that could be like an objective room, where as soon as you go in, there could be like, you know, a generator there, and you need to protect the generator for, you know, 2 minutes or something, from like all sorts of enemies. So if you manage to do that special objective, then, you know, say there's a door here, it opens, and then that'll grant you access to like this area you wouldn't be able to get to otherwise. And you know, say, you know, in this room here there could be like a special weapon that, you know, like I said before, you wouldn't otherwise be able to get. So it'll be worth doing these like extra objectives, but, you know, if you've got the resources to do it, you know, it's not like, you know, oh, you have to do these objectives. It's just these objectives are going to be hard, but, you know, the reward's there if you wanna go for it. But like any roguelike, you know, it's all about tough decisions really, most of which that are end up going to get you killed. So, but we want to sort of make it like a Rogue Legacy, where you keep your weapons that you found in each level. So you find something here, but then you die, you play it again, but you'll keep those weapons and upgrades so you can progress further. And how we're going to structure it is there'll be 5 levels that you have to get through, and then like a boss fight at the end. We're not too sure what we're going to do about that yet, but that's sort of the general thing that we're gonna go for. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And if you haven't already, we're on Steam Greenlight. If you're on Steam, you know, help us get on Steam, basically. So if you got a Steam account, hit this yes button. Don't press this button here. That, you know, apparently it makes your computer blow up or something like that. So I'll avoid that and just press this yes button here, and that will bring us one step closer to getting on Steam, which is what we all need, I think. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope this was, well, even remotely interesting. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't care. There you go. Thanks. Bye.